Shalom, family. This is the CIA's greatest hits. Hit number 14. Greece is a flea. In April 1967, an election campaign was about to begin in Greece. The candidate favored to win was George Papandreou, a staunch anti-communist. He'd previously served as prime minister, but had been removed from power in 1965 by the king with the assistance of the CIA. His son Andreas was a bit more left-wing, an admirer of subversaries like Hubert Humphrey and Adlai Stevenson. He'd mused publicly about Greece steering a more neutral course in the Cold War, and he had some misgivings, correct ones, as it turned out, about the autocratic nature of certain elements in the Greek military. Both father and son were a bit too independent for U.S. policymakers and showed troubling signs that they were less than completely subservient to U.S. interests. 2 days before the election campaign was to begin, a group of colonels overthrew the government and established military rule. The leader of the coup had been on the CIA payroll for the previous 15 years. For the next 6 years, martial law held sway in the birthplace of democracy. Widespread censorship, routine use of torture, brutal beatings and killings by the government became standard. Among the offenses deemed worthy of torture was the position of leaflets critical of the government. While being tortured, victims were taunted that they were beyond all help, since the colonels were supported by the power of the United States. The official justification for the coup and the hideous repression that followed was that they were necessary to save the nation from a communist takeover. The Papandreous weren't communists, of course, but they were something much more dangerous: committed, independent nationalists. President Lyndon Johnson neatly summarized our attitude toward people like that when the Greek ambassador objected to Johnson's plan for uh, for settling a dispute concerning Cyprus. LBJ said, "Fuck your parliament and your constitution. American is an elephant. Cyprus is a flea. Greece is a flea. If these two fleas continue itching the elephant, they may just get whacked by the elephant's trunk. Whacked good. If your prime minister gives me talk about democracy, parliament, and constitutions, he, his parliament, and his constitution may not last very long." That is the end of hit number